Hello, welcome to this top of the table clash. So we have Geezas here, Khemri, second place, 5 wins from 5. Playing My Little Ponies, Chaos Dwarfs, top with 5 wins from 5. Minotaur making a debut on this one. And yeah, we've not seen either of these teams in action since week 2. I played both of them, the first 2 games, lost both of them, of course. And yeah, here we are. Castel's defending, so we will go behind Khemri for the first half. I do that to help you remember sort of whose drive is whose. Wait for the setup, and then we'll look at how this team lie. Some of the most experienced players in the league in this Chaos Dwarf team, the Ball Centaurs particularly. So one of them has block and mighty blow here. This one started with break tackle, picked up block as a second advance. What else we got? We got a mighty blow blocker over here, a guard blocker, 4 other blockers with no levels, a dirty player hobgoblin, and a block dodge hobgoblin. Minotaur on the bench for this drive, for their defensive drive, with another unlevelled hobgoblin over here. Surprised to see the Minotaur there, but don't know if the coach wants to maybe see it as a more offensive player, to sort of lead, sort of spearhead the attacks. Extra rear off the Chaos Dwarfs. We'll hit pause and we'll switch it around and look at the Khemri team as well. Aggressive setup. Fortunate that was such a shallow kick, because there's not really any going back here to get the ball. Yeah, this same coach who had vampires before, I've mentioned that before, but he's maybe just looking at playing the physical game here as well, and go for that. And he's leading off with this mighty blow, piling on Tomb Guardian. So one of 4 Tomb Guardians in the team. It's the only other one with a level, which is guard. 2 other Tomb Guardians out on the wing here. Throwers wide. This is a unlevelled one who's brand new to the team. And a fend leader one over here. We've got a wrestle skeleton in here. Blitzer in here. There's a blitzer missing the game, so they are short-handed. They're down to 12 players, 13 players for the Chaos Dwarfs, and we lead off with a mighty blow hit on the Chaos Dwarf blocker. So I usually record these games quite early in the morning. I'm not at the moment. It's about 10:30 p.m, so don't be alarmed by the sight of a beer. It isn't 9 a.m. We have, there we go, a couple of knockdowns from those 3 line of scrimmage hits, and a Tomb Guardian blitz there. Don't know if it might have been worth. I mean, that's a knockdown anyway, but Tomb Guardian could grab 2 assists and make that 3 dice on that blocker if they want to. Got the knockdown anyway. But if some of these skeletons are going to be advancing that way anyway, might have been worth them just sticking those assists in there for 3 dice. Got Montero coming this way. Quite a good solid wrapping around. Probably do want to keep this Ball Centaur under wraps, so getting that skeleton to go that little bit further. And there's really not a good way through here for the Chaos Dwarfs. Yeah, making aggressive plays straight up the wing over to the Chaos Dwarfs. See how they respond. I might get rid of some of these starting skills actually, because that's making the screen look pretty untidy. The players are largely quite easy to tell apart on these 2 teams. So I did go for a blitz there, but couldn't get the knockdown, which meant couldn't make the most of the move afterwards. I'm sure would have been coming to mark the ball carrier if they'd got that skeleton down. Making decent use of block. And yeah, making good use of break tackle there as well to make that 1 dodger needed. And the sure feet sprint combo to come mark this thrower. And yeah, just eating that 1 dice for early turnover. So Khemri are going to need to watch this bull centaur and this one as well, ruling behind the lines. 6, so his thrower currently 2 go for it's away from scoring, 8 squares from the end zone. It's also not really a rush to score. I think the sort of accepted Khemri way of playing is to try and spend 8 turns in your attacking drive scoring your touchdown. It's a down bull centaur, no armour break, double 1 on the armour roll. Then we got 2 dice on this hobgoblin. I don't play hobgoblin knockdown. Yeah, quite poor armour rolls all round. Yeah, the Tomb Guardians over here are kind of dominating this bit, really. It's another mighty blow hit on that blocker. Yeah, not taking the piling on option there, with so many players to still keep marked. I think it would have freed up some players, left this blitzer vulnerable, taking the pile on. So good decision not to. There's the blitzer down low. Getting for no armor breaks. Not been many armor breaks this game so far, and no removals as yet. We are only actually in turn 2. And do have a break tackle blitz. These all 3 go for it. That's the ball carrier marked. So I'm sure we'll be looking for a Tomb Guardian to go just move that bull centaur out the way. He's then actually a bit short on players to screen off any blitzes next turn. The blitz to just pin against the touchline. Just to push back there, and looks like thrower is go for it. Probably he's going to have to try and go for it this turn. 1 on the end zone. And we roll to a 1, so that is attack falling apart. The ball could end up anywhere here. Over there. So unfortunate to get a double 1 there. And this hobgoblin is straight away able to pick the ball up, which is possibly not the safest first move they had. That's a bull centaur free with that blitz. And able to go over to screen a little. Or use some go for it to get in a screening position. All 3 of them. Khemri got very drawn in down here trying to protect the ball carrier, and it's left players in the middle outnumbered. And then There's a knockout. I think is that our first removal? It is, yeah. So dodge over there. We're looking at a foul on the Tomb Guardian for a stun. Didn't see what else. We got 2 fame there. I didn't see what inducements we might have. I know that is an eagle. I think it's an eagle for 2 babes. Looks like that might be what they have. Surf ball centaur. For a knockout. Yeah, Khemri are going to need to look at getting players down this way to try and head off the ball. But they're outpaced even by Chaos Dwarfs. They're pretty outpaced here. Bull Centaurs especially, who in many ways are effectively movement 9. Yeah, real turning point. That failed go for it over in that corner. Thrower still prone there. I was stunned before. So Blitzer probably the most dangerous threat to this what is now an attack for the Chaos Dwarfs. He's knocked down. And yeah, Chaos Dwarfs can get a very effective screen in here. They've got all their players basically between the ball and the Khemri team. Thought we might have seen another foul on the Tomb Guardian there. May still do. 2 assists with a -1 here. No foul there. Just can push back there, stay, and then move over this way. Marking that hobgoblin. Up there for the Tomb Guardian. Yeah, very poor armour rolls so far for the Khemri. The Chaos Dwarfs are standing up to the beating they're taking. Dodging now, I think we'll be seeing a Bull Centaur blitz on this Tomb Guardian. It's the way to get 2 dice. Just to push back, I think we'll see. The Chaos Dwarf coach has been going for touchdowns on Bull Centaurs, which is why they've been levelling so much, and they've been having a lot of big wins all season. Go for that handoff, 75% with a reroll. Does come off. And a dead skeleton there, so we need regeneration. But that fails. So we have a death of the game. I think it was an unlevelled skeleton there. Yeah, just 2 star player points. Tomb Guardian down there. No foul. so just don't really have the pace or yeah, the pace to get over here. This yeah, this Tomb Guardian being here is now a threat. Chaos Dwarfs are probably going to have to just pop this in next turn rather than try and stall it out to turn 8, unless they can deal with this this Tomb Guardian specifically. Dodge made there. Okay, right for that. Gone for the ball. And the birds down. Yeah, both down. Both down do nothing, but both having block. That's where you want a wrestle player making that move. So that's ball dropped either way. Is that Might Blue hit? Yeah, Might Blue hit on that blitzer. Not breaking armor. Couple of dice there. Yeah, push away from the ball. A bit of safety. And so that's going in for 1-0. Yeah, kicking team 1-0 up late in the first half. Yeah, it was a very decent position. The knockout back, that was a thrower. Surfed Ball Centaur, who was knocked out, is knocked back. Do have a Minotaur they can throw into the game now, though, if they want, and have got the Minotaur in as the mast on the boat that they're going for. Now, a 2-turn Khemri score is a very big ask. If they're going to do it, they need a thrower back here. They're going to have to actually throw the ball, and they're going to have to get someone as high up the pitch as they can. Pitch evasion is probably not going to help here with plus 2 fame in the Chaos Dwarf's favour. That's going to be no score this half. And rerolling 2 arrows into a double skulls is unwelcome. And a mass undoing of stuns, right? Yeah, and there's time here with the speed of Ball Centaur. They've got time to get one before half time here. I think that will probably be in the coach's mind. So you're on 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 squares to get the ball. So 2 go for it. It's 4+ pickup, and then is 2, 4, 6. Yeah, and then it's 8 from the end zone. Can move a total of 18 squares in 2 turns. Might not want to move that far, and actually doesn't need to move that far. It's got 16 squares to go. Yeah, so would have been surfable if it wasn't for fens there, but that is something to watch out for in the second half. Could maybe see that as a warning. So fail pick up there. Can have a go next turn. Do have a Ball Centaur who's available to score. 6, 8. Would need 4+ pick up and 3 go for it to do it itself, or could go for someone else making the pick up and it'd be safer to just go all the go for it's. Double skulls there. One skull was all that was needed, but yeah. So options they have here are the Hobgoblin picks it up on a 3, hands it off on a 4, and then it's 2 go for it, or it's the safer move is 4+ pick up and 3 go for it. It's just the Ball Centaur does it himself. Blitz here. This blocker who's on 4 points, so he's a good candidate to be making sure you're hitting someone with. So it makes the pick up. Oh, They always go for it as well. I think scroll back a bit there and hit some banners or something, but that is 2-0 for half time. Nicking that second one. Pitch invasion massively playing a part in that. Don't think that touchdown would really have been on without it. Knocked that ball centre back. I think we just got just the one removal of the dead skeleton lineman. But otherwise full complement of players all round, so Khemri down to 12. Do have to watch out for this player is surfable by the Minotaur in this first turn. Way I like to set up to sort of combat frenzy is to drop this player one back, then you can't get a blitz on him somewhere. You can push him 2 squares and get him off the pitch, because you can only really come from this way, and then you can only push him along the touchline at best. But here, if I was in the Chaos Dwarfs position here, which actually we do need to switch because it's the attacking drive this half, I'll be putting Minotaur here, blitzing from that square, and that's 2 pushes to get a player off the pitch straight away. This thrower has fend, so frenzy wouldn't work on it. You'd only get the 1 pushback. But this one very vulnerable to a surf from a frenzy player. Khemri as well have gone 7 players on the line of scrimmage, which invites 7 hits. They're with 4 of them being 2 guardians, 1 of them having guard. They're going to be outstrengthing them. But I think really that just means with only 1 guard on the Chaos Dwarf team, these 3 players in the middle, especially this blitzer in here, they're vulnerable. They should probably not be on the line of scrimmage. I mean, by all means, maybe put 4 Tomb Guardians there, because they're not going to get 2 dice on all of them. But the 3 other players are very inviting targets, and you're just giving them those blocks straight away. So I've got a Bull Centaur back to collect the ball, who's 3 points from levelling. We do get 2 dice on that Tomb Guardian. This blocker could maybe have been in this one, marking more players and putting more assists on. He is already not using guard anymore, but although actually that's a better move. I apologise. Being able to move it afterwards gets more guard in, and then that strength. Strength 3 blitzer knocks down with the aid of guard. And there's an injury, has to wrestle skeleton. Just a badly hurt. Another failed regeneration. So regeneration doing absolutely nothing so far. And welcome to the world of wild animals to Roughbeard. Or any big guy, Negatrait really. We saw last week my troll failing a really stupid when it had 3 dice on a skink, which was frustrating. And then all the blocks safe for into turn 9. Khemri down to 10 players for this drive, and for the rest of the game. That's the best it's going to get for them at this point. First piling on we've seen, doesn't do anything there. Trying to break armour 9, looking for a 10 plus roll is asking a lot of a reroll. And just blitzing on 1 dice there, perhaps not the best idea. One of these players would have been available to come in and at least mark the Hobgoblin if you wanted 2 dice there, or you could just hit the Hobgoblin. This Bull Centaur now free for 2 dice on the Tomb Guardian, using block for that knockdown, and then straight over to mark players there. With the Chaos Dwarfs being 2 up, they don't need to draw out their drive. They can just get on with scoring really. I think the worst for this position, if they score quickly, is a 3-1 win. Could be gearing up. Yeah, we do have a foul incoming on the piling on Tomb Guardian. Always the risk of using piling on. Make yourself available for a foul. Dirty players been getting away with all of them so far. I think it might only be 2 actually. And ball, yeah, it's running up the pitch, can probably move pretty unhindered at this point. Everyone over here's got a dodge, and these 2 players are a long way out of the game. Successful reroll for that, go for it. But yeah, these 2 players over coming straight back this way, probably going to see a blitz on this one. Blitz over here, grabs a pushback, and then can go mark the ball carrier. Can go either side. Okay, so left with break tackle, 2+ dodge for there. I think in there might have been better, although they'll probably just be trying to blitz one of them away and then make a 2+ dodge. But if you can force someone relying on break tackle to dodge, if you can force them to make 2 dodges rather than 1, they're probably going to fall over. But of course, can just blitz someone else away. That's the square this ball centaur is going to want to dodge to, though. Maybe you won't be in a rush and just throw that as a block. Minotaur's yet to actually hit anybody. Had 2 fouled wild animals so far in this half. Grabs a knockdown there. So a mighty blow hit on a Tomb Guardian. It's dangerous stuff. That's a knockout. Safe 1 dice block. It's gone round that way. Running for 3-0. So not the close game we were expecting for the this top 2 clash. Yeah, it's My Little Ponies go 3 up. So a couple of injuries there. Knocked out Tomb Guardians back, which will be good news for the Khemri. There was no one. Yeah, no one sitting out for the Chaos Dwarfs. Bull Centaur on the bench. Maybe protecting the level. Could be worth looking at that. That is, it's a Khemri player. Is that the Blitzer there? He was putting the Blitzer in the middle. I know the coach. Yeah, is so badly hurt for that Blitzer. Important player. And again, another failed regeneration. Looks like they re-rolled one of the. Yeah, they have used that Igor for a re-rolled regeneration somewhere down the line, but it hasn't worked. And yeah, piling on, not improving that injury. Just push back there. I didn't get any use out of that guard Tomb Guardian there. It might have been worth deploying that one. I know the Blitzer obviously got hit by a thrown rock, but standing the guard one in next to the Blitzer could have given you a lead off 2 dice hit with block, but the guard was out of position for that. They could have done that on a diagonal actually as well. Yeah, no guard on the line for the Chaos Dwarfs means they're not getting that. Was again set up to yeah, this surfable player here. I don't know if that's the Minotaur can reach. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't get through there now anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you go for it? Yeah. Looks like that was going to be a blitz over here. But another failed wild animal roll. So the Minotaur's having a poor game wild animal roll wise. not covering himself in glory on his debut. Bull Centaur looking for a fourth touchdown. He's 6 points from levelling. Get rid of these. Get rid of those. Nope. Got all these extra things sticking up at the moment. Wise choice of blitz, but reroll does not help. Just to push back. In there for 2 dice here, so you can get 2 dice there and then there if they don't follow up. And I'd probably not be following that one up. It's just giving up another block, which a Chaos Dwarf block is going to take that on. It's basically a 2+ roll. And making a pass, which is cool. So 2 dice there. Oh no, there's a 1 dice block. Successful, and then this throw available. Plug a gap here. They have got a gap. So it's a it's a 4+ dodge for 2 dice on the ball. I'll probably be taking that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean it got safer moves to do first, and then try and hold on to a reroll for it. But it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 go for it with sure feet. It's probably worth the risk for a sack. This thrower had chuck the ball from there instead. So does leave a gap for this skeleton to run through next turn. If no, quickly plugged up. Goblins getting in on the blocking action. Pushed back on that uphill block. And then go for a Minotaur Blitz, which is on this Tomb Guardian. And injury, so Minotaur suddenly comes alive, and a -1 movement on that Tomb Guardian, as well as a badly hurt, but both of them count, so that's a Tomb Guardian out the next game. Movement 3 is not great. That's a whole standing up action, so if you want them to stand up and hit someone or move anywhere, just go for it straight away. That's the guard one as well, so guard Tomb Guardian missing the next game. I believe he gets the Lizard Men team in the league. Not really a great deal Khemri can do to keep the ball safe here. Probably a sense of them having given this game up. This has got away from them. Let me go for a blitz on this. Surefire. Yeah, just for 1 dice, but gets the knockdown. From that thrower. Then you've got 2 dice on this one. Another power. Still no injuries though. Chaos also got off very lightly with injuries, and that is a failed dodge to turn over the ball there. So ball turned over in the halfway line. Looks like it's going to be loads of tackle zones on it. That might become what the rest of the game's about at this point. Another failed wild animal for that Minotaur. One thing with wild animal over bonehead and really stupid though is that wild animals keep their tackle zone when they fail those, which Can become important here for this sort of scrum around the ball. So I have to blitz the thrower instead. It's a knockdown. Can't follow up to stand the ball, but has movement left to do it anyway. This ball centaur just being kept pinned by that Tomb Guardian. Yeah, Liza Dwarf tackles Andrew on the ball. Yeah, and that sort of move, standing up to blitz with movement 3 as a go for it. And I think this piling on Tomb Guardian might be doing a lot of standing up and needing to do something. So push away from the ball. Another successful. So Khemri coaches had quite a lot of successful 1 dice blocks, which are all really risky moves. They're basically 3+ to be safe and 5+ to do anything useful. But it's got some of those. It's like we're gearing up for that's a 1 dice on the Tomb Guardian. Could maybe get another assist in. This Hobgoblin can move over far enough. That's 2 dice on that one. Minotaur gets a hit down this time. And knockouts. 2 knockouts and an injury for the Minotaur. So despite all the failed wild animal rolls, it's probably a decent debut. And yeah, Dwarf Blocker's very happy to 1 dice. And it looks like this is going to perhaps clear the ball off. Maybe you put the blitz on this thrower, then you have the block Hobgoblin, could have pushed that one away, and the dirty player available to pick the ball up. Gone with the block dodge one. Picking up on a 4, going for is that a throw? Oh yeah, okay. Throwing it to the dirty player one for the point. 17 star player points. Dirty player 1 on 8. Another just straight up power to 1 dice from a not block player. Got a feeling the blitz is going to be this piling on Tomb Guardian, probably on this blocker. It's going to be a go for it. Yeah, let's go for the blocker. Hobgoblin's easier one to get a casualty on if you're hunting for points. Minotaur mates a 4+ wild animal. And that is 4-0. So these 2 coaches met twice last season. They finished 4-1 in this same way. Both times they were Elven Union beating vampires in both of those games. But yeah, it seems to be quite one-sided encounters between these 2 coaches of late. And so knockouts backs, but yeah, a real mauling. So 4 injuries, no successful regenerations. It's been so things like that. The failed double 1 go for it early on for a touchdown. The pitch invasion, which led to the second touchdown for the Chaos Dwarfs. Some really sort of pivotal moments, or two really pivotal moments, and then that sort of injury return with some sort of quite consistent knockouts each drive as well. re-rolls there, so that is a turnover. We're looking for a blitz here. Definitely setting up a 3 dice from the Minotaur or something. From this Mighty Blow blocker. He's on 15 points, so once a level. Doesn't get it that time. Minotaur makes another 4+ for the move. I think we're going to get 2 dice on this Tomb Guardian. We do. Pushing that one away. Tossing that skeleton. Not a lot the Khemri have on here, especially with having to take a both down on that first block, and that is a very one-sided game as it turned out. That piling on, Mighty Blow piling on Tomb Guardian, grabbing the MVP. Kind of probably needs that falling on the other Tomb Guardians. And all the blitzers, throwers, or probably blitzers. Blitzers are great players to level if they can. And an MVP on this blocker, who looks like he levelled anyway, went up to 6. Oh no, already was on 6 because had guard. But yeah, very one-sided game. Yeah, 3 times as many armour breaks on the Khemri players as the Chaos Dwarfs. Quite a few armour 7 players for Khemri, but still, yeah, Hobgoblins armour 7 as well. Start looking at this. So actually pretty close on blocks succeeded, and I said that yeah, Khemri had a lot of successful 1 dice blocks going in their favour, but the returns for those blocks are really where this game was won and lost. I think yeah, 3 knockouts, 3 injuries and a kill to 1 knockout for only 4 more blocks, and it's going to be stuff like, I think armour rolls is going to be a telling stat. Yeah, 62% on Khemri, so that's their own players, to 91% on the Chaos Dwarfs. And injuries, that's no injuries, no 10+ injury rolls the whole game. It was 7 for the Khemri. Is that right? No, maybe that does include knockouts. I don't know. Otherwise it's a whole bunch of dice being rolled, but most of those are going to be armour rolls. There were loads of knockdowns in this game. Yeah, Wild Animal was poor. I think I only saw 1 4+1 failing, so it's 3 2+s. Yeah, very one-sided game, and that's kind of how this team, I think every game this Chaos Dwarf team's played, I think maybe except the Necromantic one, which was a close 2-1 win, but they've been like just steamrolling everyone. It's hopefully not going to develop into the situation where they're just not fun to play against and not enjoyable for the league, because it's quite a friendly league. So I'm hoping that doesn't develop. All the games for this week have been completed, but I still need to show my one, so I'm going to just show an update of the other game, which is the 2 Norse teams, but I'll have to cut a bit out here so we don't give away all the results for later in the week. Yeah, here we go. So the Norse off. So this is 2 Norse teams. This one started with loads of players, including I think 2 Berserkers, 2 Elf Warriors. This team started with 11 players, including the Yeti. And it was this Norse team that came out on top. I haven't been able to look at anything about this yet. So that's thrower leveled and an MVP, and this Elf Warrior, so friendly MVP landings. 2-0 here. Let's go straight to start player points. Yeah, so it looks like we had three casualties, probably, unless someone grabbed 2 passes that we don't know about. And I guess this is. Oh, I think that's the. I think Odin is the Yeti, and I'm pretty sure that's levelled it. 2 touchdowns there. Looks like probably 2 casualties for the Yeti and an MVP on that thrower. Yeah, very close on blocks. You'd expect that because they're both heavily focused blocking teams. Fairly even return on injuries as well. So this was it was probably just all about touchdowns scored. Just going to go in and look at 4 teams that we've seen so far. Right, so this is that North team that won that game, and yeah, the Yeti did level and picked up Mighty Blow, so has that Mighty Blow Claw combination, the coveted Claw Mighty Blow combination, which is big plus point of the Yeti. Hard for a lot of big guys to pick up Claw, but yeah, it does have that combo. So now breaks armor on a 6. If it breaks armor on a 7 or higher, it can add 1 to the injury dice instead. What else have we got here? So there's a couple of injuries. There's an agility 1 off wear and arm, movement 5 lineman with Dauntless. Sort of thing I like to do with movement penalty linemen. Send them after big things. Got frenzy, couple of tackles. Sure hands lineman. Throw took leader for another team reroll. Put some on 4, which is a good number for a league, I think. Berserker took guard. Yeah, so shaping up quite nicely. It has 2 runners now in this team. I think there was only 1 before. So yeah, up to 15 players. And pretty solid squad. Let's look at the other North team next. Sons of Mischief. So lower team values. Looks like about 400 lower. Still no Yeti on the team. So 1 off wearing his level took block. Still those 2 tackle linemen and a diving tackle 1 as well. This is the team I'm playing next week, so week 7 for our final regular season game, with the 2 guard berserkers and then loads of linemen. Yeah, it's basically all, apart from the off-wearers and berserkers, it's all linemen. I think a lot of people go without throwers in a Norse team. I think it's quite rare to see a Norse team with no runners though. That little bit extra speed and agility skill access is very useful going forwards, and I'm sure will be useful. Khemri, so had a bad game that we just seen. Guard Tomb Guardian missing the next game is down to movement 3 as well. Will become a bit of a static pillar type, I think, and probably isn't going to be doing a lot of moving about the pitch. This Tomb Guardian accelerating up the star player points, try to keep up with those bull centaurs. The rest of Skeletons back. Yes, not many players levelling. We'll have both blitzers available next game, which will be quite a big deal. They have, who do they have next? They have Lizardmen next week. Being a Tomb Guardian down will be a bit of a loss next time. And only other team we've seen so far, My Little Ponies. I think pretty sure 1520 is the highest team value we've got. Let's see what they took. So Sure Hands Bull Centaur. So we'll be grabbing the ball off the ground themselves. I think you normally see a Sure Hands Hobgoblin, and if you want to score with a Bull Centaur, you try and hand off later when it's safe. This Bull Centaur can grab the ball and get it up the pitch all by themselves. Sort of that block Mighty Blow 1. Mantle hasn't leveled. Mighty Blow blocker, guard blocker. No other levels there. There's a movement 3 blocker in here. So no other levels. It was just that Sure Hands on the Bull Centaur that happened this week. So that is that game. Very one-sided affair. Really pivoted all on injuries. Those key injuries. But the Castles could massively outnumber their opponents, outpace them as well in a lot of places, and those couple of pivotal moments like the failed go for it on that first attacking drive for the Khemri, and then the pitch invasion was a big changer as well. That made it 2-0 at half time. But there would only have been that 1 down. I might have still had a decent chance of hanging him. That is our game for this week. I've got a game with my Underworld to come, which we have already played. All the games are now played for this week. That is Underworld against, who did I play? Necromantic. yeah, that's to come. I'll try and get that up in the next couple of days, and we'll catch up on the rest of the week as well. And that is this is week 6. So one more week to go, regular season, before we hit the playoffs, and we'll see what happens as we hit those games.